back at the age of 36. Hamish McAlpin returns to the goalkeeping position for Dundee United. The manager saying that Billy Thompson has lost his form recently in a defence that's always been used to Hamish McAlpin, who signed for the club 18 years ago and made his league debut for United at Tynecastle. Referee for tonight, Alan Ferguson of Givenagh. Hearts about to kick off, and unfortunately we've had a bit of a power failure. One of the set of floodlights has had a short circuit. Some gentleman has climbed the way up there, they've turned them off, and it'll take about 20 minutes till we get back to full power again. So we're a little in the shade, as have Hearts been recently with the last 4 results, and an opportunity for the side to redeem themselves in front of the very sizable and loyal support. Neat little touch, and I think the free kick has been given to Hearts. Number 10 there, Donald Park. Bowman and Robertson might just have a go. He's out of the picture just now. There he is now, just behind Bowman. John Robertson, not 100%. And there's a ricochet, and it's in. Robertson gets a credit, but there was a distinct deflection. 1-0, and exactly a minute gone. Well, I think the deflection should interest us here. That's a stunning start. A simple free kick right into the wall, and quite clearly McAlpin going one way, the ball going the other, and nothing so embarrassing in football as that. McAlpin with no chance. Well, I think you put that in the category of dream start. Robertson again. Bit too obvious. Eamon Bannon. Now the asset of having a man like McAlpin and the defenders in front of him tonight is that after a dreadful start like that, they can pull on their experience. They are, above all else, a level-headed team, United. That's a very good ball indeed, and swept across. Clark coming in. Mighty figure of the youngster who can hit them as hard as anybody in Scottish football, but there was too much height in that. McDonald didn't get that very cleanly. Levine. Well, Levine is going to be a very useful player. Bad play by Jordan. Sturrock, neat ball to Clark, and McDonald, I don't think it came off Sturrock, no, it's a corner kick, and really Hearts brought that upon themselves, that very slack play by Sandy Jordan originally. McDonald again. Ronnie McDonald, who could stand there all night and do that. And the keeper is down. Well, that ball coming across, and I think the goalkeeper has been injured with that, and it looks as if he's coming off. Now, that's a tragedy for Hearts. As I said, we're not at all sure what originally happened to him, but I think he's indicating he has double vision or something like that. It may be only temporary. Looks as if he wants to go off and have a check-up of some kind, but by his actions it looks as if he's going to be back. Meanwhile, David Bowman is in goal. Clark. Now Levine. No, I think Eamon Bannon has read the threat of Levine very well indeed. He comes back quickly, and of course he is very fast, Bannon. That's not bad. 2 minutes of elapsed. He's had 3 pass backs. Oh, great play by Clark. On to Sturrock. That's a superb ball. That is a way to play Paul Sturrock, or to use him. Just putting it inside of the pen and let him run. Hegarty, Sturrock, free kick surely. Oh dear, oh dear. That really was a bit uncouth. Nearly. Bannon gets it though. Foul pass. No offside. Beattie with a great chance and what a stumble. Great ball by Milne. The pressure's still on. And away it goes. Hearts charging out of the penalty area again. Jardine. Happy to put it anywhere now. The goalkeeper is on the touchline. I don't mean Bowman, I mean the other goalkeeper. Ready to come back on. So United's last chance against them, and it's almost there. Oh, there's a great save. That brings the house down. And Henry Smith can now come on. Well, Dave Bowman will long be remembered for his 6 minutes in goal, and particularly for that very fine save under pressure. He may well end up trying to get a game and goal after the likes of that. Sturrock drags Jardine with him. Goes wide, and that's not a bad effort by John Clark. Very awkward ball to take. Showing that despite what I said about him and his bulk, muscular bulk, I may say, he is also very agile. Robinson picked it up well now, has Clark got the speed. Of the foot. There's Sturrock again. Well, that's a good effort. Henry Smith having to step back the way. He seemed to take it very easily, and yet I got the impression he might have been slightly surprised. And there goes the half-time whistle. And I'm sure Hamish McAlpin, annoyed that the only goal of the game by John Robertson was decidedly deflected, thus giving Hearts a valuable lead. And if spirit is anything to go by, Hearts are going to be a very difficult team to beat. Although it has to be said that after United lost that goal, they took charge of the game. They didn't really look like scoring, even when Bowman went in as the substitute goalkeeper and made an excellent save. Thus, the Edinburgh side are looking quite strong at this moment, and I'm quite sure United's challenge will be as fresh in the second half as it was in the first. And indeed, at the start of the second half, the statistics from the first half clearly indicate that there's determination on both sides, perhaps a little bit too much at times, with 3 bookings aside. And Mr. Ferguson had to be in very sharply towards the end of the half, but I think tempers were beginning to get slightly frayed. MacDonald, Milne, and Dundee United have had very little out of Ralph Milne in the game. Ali MacDonald was telling me before the start that normally Milne plays very well against Hearts, causes them trouble, but certainly hasn't done it today. Goff, slight hesitation. That's a better ball. Hegarty looking for the 1-2, and the flag is up. It's offside in any case. Linesman on the far side with his flag up. Alan MacDonald in the dugout right behind him. Not really expressing much surprise about that. Sturrock. McDonald breathing down his neck. Sturrock getting away from him though. 5 minutes of the second half gone. It's been all United. And there's a great header by Clark. The equaliser. A fine goal. And I think it was his jumping and timing, it meant everything there. Hearts looking very flat along the back, and there was a big striker up that looping header, and Henry Smith beaten as soon as it left Clark's head. One each with just over 5 minutes of the second half gone, and no more than United have deserved. They've been in charge of this game virtually throughout. Clark, good header. Milne, and he tried to get it round to Beattie, and that was very risky indeed. That's a bit cumbersome. After it, and there is Hegarty, and that is a corner. That fighting spirit of Hearts again. Hamish McAlpin. Been in the reserves since the start of the season, but looking good in a way. Goes Sturrock. Black goes with him. Goff on the outside. Here's Beattie. Bit too hasty, but it gets through. And now Milne. That's a curved shot. Off the back of the head, but not strongly enough. Black. Well, whether it is the way Hearts shape themselves or not, but basically they look to have a defensive attitude, and their breaks are not subtle enough to confuse this United defence. Clark again with a hit, he's done it! His second. 2-1. 9 minutes of the second half gone. And John Clark now paying dividends and repaying the face shot him by the manager and leaping up like that. Although Mark Pugh, that was a very, very bad defensive position indeed for Hearts, but the youngster took advantage of it. 2-1. Beattie. United really flying now, and a punch was thrown. Jimmy Bone and Neri got involved. It was a late tackle, and I wouldn't be at all surprised if somebody is off. There was a sudden flare-up as Neri broke forward. He didn't like the tackle and he lashed out at Bone, who retaliated. And then Bowman came in and it was all very ugly. So what's going to happen? He's off. Isn't that tragic? A fine player, a rush of blood to the head, and off he goes. You can never win in a situation like that. And Bowman is off as well. Dave Bowman, who played so remarkably for a 6 minutes in goal in a night where his emotions must now be extremely mixed. We're now down to 10 aside. Sides are trying to reshape themselves. It'll be interesting to see what happens. I think almost inevitably Richard Gough will go into the heart of the Dundee United defence. Malpas to right back, and away goes Sturrock trying to go through. No excuses for anybody that lashes out in a football match. Doesn't matter how sorely provoked they may be. And I think the referee is going to go across and have a word to the Dundee United dugout. Now, he's waved them back previously. They've been coming on to the running track and obviously giving instructions as to how to reorganise the side now that they've a man down, and he's warning them. But nothing more than that. McDonald. Bannon. Well, Hearts must realise they cannot possibly go to Tannadice with this scoreline against them. They really needed a buttress of about a couple of goals. Oh, Bone won't get that. Got a ball to the outside. Levine almost getting that shot in. I think it was a deflection. It's a corner. Kenny Black's been taking all these corner kicks much better than that one, I may say. There's Levine to Black. Down towards Robertson. And I think Hamish McAlpin got out of his way. Oh, and swept in by Gough. Well, that was astonishing, coming right back off Hegarty. Very, very careless. Can blame him. Confident performance again by United. They simply played away after losing that sickening goal so early in the game. They just fell into a rhythm, never spectacular, always solid, always well organised. and rightfully they are the leaders in this match. 2 minutes left. Hegarty, Willie Johnston, doesn't break well for Hearts though. Last fling, methinks. Hearts supporters realise it. Bone. Easily. I mean, you cannot get away with that kind of play against this United defence. Now, Maurice Malphus. Beattie. To McGuinness. They'll go back. We make it exactly a minute to go. Game's had its surprising flare-ups with all these bookings. Now Sturrock is onside. McDonald 1 against 1, and Sturrock gets a better of him. That's not a bad ball, but nobody to support him. Levine walked away wide on the right, and it hasn't come off for him. And I think he's a young lad. He's a bit immature yet. Got good football touches, but what he does need is somebody beside him to help him out a lot. He hasn't got that much. Offside given. Dundee United supporters think it was the final whistle. Are now heading en masse for the exit. Suddenly realise the game's still a few seconds left at any rate. Hearts supporters want him to get on with it. Not a bad ball, and a good save by McAlpin. We're now well into injury time. Can't let fly, and there's the break. United had everybody behind the ball except Paul Sturrock. Oh, there's a great chance for Bone. Has he done it? Brilliantly saved. And look at McAlpin. He's either annoyed at Bone having been given that freedom, or he thinks he was offside, but nevertheless the goalkeeper saved the jerseys for United there.